Good morning. Thanks for waking up with us today. These are your morning headlines for December 4th, 2024 here on BYU-Idaho Radio. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Austin Pace. An 18-year-old Victor man has been charged with multiple felonies after police say he drove drunk and crashed, leaving multiple injured passengers, then fled the scene to have sex with a 13-year-old girl. Jose Omar Ruiz Luna is charged with felony lewd conduct with a child under 16, felony leaving the scene of an accident resulting in injury, and misdemeanor reckless driving. According to court documents, on November 9th around 2:20 a.m., Teton County Sheriff's Office deputies responded to a call to an area near a field located west of 500 West in Victor. Upon arrival, officials found a gold 2008 Cadillac DTS that had driven off the road about 50 yards into a field. Police reports say the Cadillac had significant front-end damage and had driven through a tree, yard, and fencing on private property. They say it was apparent that the driver was speeding. At the crash scene, deputies spoke to two people who said they were parents of one of the victims of the crash. A 13-year-old reported EastIdahoNews.com. The parents said their daughter was found in the crash, drunk and injured, and said they do not know who the driver was. They told officials the 13-year-old was not answering her phone, so they went out to look for her and found her at the crash scene with two other drunk teens. Deputies spoke to the three crash victims who said they had been with a group of older men and were drinking heavily near the area of the crash inside a large shed. One of the men, later discovered to be Ruiz Luna, offered to drive the teens home. One of the victims stated that he lost control and crashed on the road. Later, the deputy went to the home of the registered owner of the vehicle, who said they were not aware the car had been in a crash, but said Ruiz Luna had been driving it and came home at 5:30 a.m. with another 13-year-old victim who had also been in the vehicle. He admitted to having sex with the 13-year-old that night. If he's convicted, he could face up to life in prison. Think you can ball? Local kids are invited to show off their skills at the Elks Hoop Shoot Contest on Saturday, December 14th at Club Apple. For more than 50 years, kids have developed their basketball skills for a chance to compete in a national free throw championship sponsored by Elks Lodges across America. Now, local kids in Idaho Falls can participate for free to show off their skills. The contest runs from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. and offers 6 divisions for youth ages 8 to 13. Winners will advance to a statewide competition, and the top free throw shooters can earn themselves a spot to an Elk Hoop Shoot National Championship in Chicago in April. There, the best 72 free throw shooters nationwide will compete for 6 final slots. Each age group has separate divisions for boys and girls. Full details can be found at elks.org/hoopshoot/connect. A 34-year-old man was sentenced to prison for killing an Idaho Falls man after driving recklessly on snow-covered roads, resulting in a head-on collision. Isual Sanchez of St. Anthony was charged with felony vehicular manslaughter, killing 52-year-old Brian Wright. Sanchez signed a plea agreement earlier this year and pleaded guilty of the charge. District Judge Stephen Boyd sentenced Sanchez on November 19th at the Teton County Courthouse to 2.5 years in prison with no eligibility for parole. The crash happened back in January 2023 on Idaho Highway 33 around 7 a.m. in Teton County. A snowplow was the lead vehicle in a line of cars traveling eastbound. Sanchez was reportedly driving a 2014 Chevy Silverado and attempted to pass the line of cars. Wright was driving a 2017 Ford commercial box truck traveling westbound, according to the Idaho State Police. Sanchez struck Wright head-on. The Chevy then spun and hit a 2010 Toyota Yaris driven by a 56-year-old man. Wright then succumbed to his injuries. Thanks for making us part of your morning routine. These have been your morning headlines for December 4th, 2024. We've got more great content for you anytime you want it. Just search for BYU-Idaho Radio on your favorite podcast app. You can also ask your smart speaker to play KBYI 94.3 FM. We're also online. Head on over to byui.edu/radio to listen there. For BYU-Idaho Radio, I'm Austin Pace.